but I think this has one of the best portions of a song that they've ever created.
Hey, welcome to Metal Review Cast. Today we're going to be reviewing Annihilist by InVisions, which is cool because we've not had an InVisions release in a while and we love InVisions, so I'm excited for this.
I'm dead excited for it. I've listened to it a number of times, but I'm always excited to listen to it because it's fucking sick. We might as well not play it and just would have done. It was sick. Listen to it yourself.
I've not heard it.
Of course, yeah. 2 years. We've waited 2 years for music for them, and you didn't even know. No. But yeah, they've sorted out the album, haven't they?
Yeah, man.
11th of February. That is Deadlock, so that's going to be exciting. I thought I'd wear the old tee because they are. They're moving with the times.
You all right, son?
Oh dear. He's dead. We'll have to get a new member.
It's because he saw the up middle finger on your t-shirt. You're just abusing him.
Truth.
That's what it is.
Truth.
That's what it is. And whilst we wait for him to come back, they've got some wonderful, wonderful merch to support it. Get your freaking pre-orders in because they look sick.
I'm going to show you. I've got a tab up now, and you can just about see it on the. You can't see all of the rows, so you can see the first 3 rows. There's some big ass merch bundles. Like even some of the big ass merch bundles, like. What is this one? This one is like £100 with a pullover hoodie and stuff like that. But you get like a bunch of different fucking tees. I think there's a long sleeve, there's a hoodie. You get a fucking beanie, you get the CD, you get the vinyl. For £100, that's like decent.
Well, yeah.
I see this, yeah.
What's included in it is awesome.
Yeah. So the bundles are really well priced, I think. Like even there's a bundle 2 vinyl where you can pick a hoodie and like a vinyl and stuff for about £50. So, absolutely banging. Here are the vinyls. Anton has ordered the Alien Green, the old minty.
That looks sick.
Which is awesome. I haven't decided which one. I'm deciding between minty Alien Green or the clear smoky one. But as you say, it's really hard to tell how the clear ones look.
Put like the clear grey one on like a grey background. That could look.
Well, yeah, but then the grey might clash with the grey, and that's why, because I'm going to be painting this wall, I wasn't sure about it, and also with it being in a frame, then you need to think about the colour of the backing of the frame as well.
Yeah. I know, yeah.
So it's a bit of an interesting one. It's nonetheless they're all cool designs. I really like the kind of the bluey grey one as well. On my screen it's a bluey grey. It's like a slight off grey. Yeah, that looks sick as well.
Yeah.
I was indecisive, but then the green just stood out to me. I was
the green is nice.
I'm gonna have to go with that one because it's naughty.
We've got a clear one from Caskets, so might have to consider that one. Yeah, go and check it out. Make sure you give them some love, and then
Yeah.
One is Annihilist, and then I think there's like 11 tracks off the album. So hopefully before February we should hear like maybe another 3.
Yeah, a few more.
Yeah. Also,
you getting their grind on?
I've got my basic white girl on today.
Oh, is it pumpkin spice?
No, we're into festive now, so eggnog latte.
Oh my god!
I can't deal with it.
You're wrong.
Eggnog lattes are so good.
Eggnog is dirty.
So good. I love eggnog. Last time I was in Berlin, we went to see George. Obviously, fucking drunk so many of them. Amazing. Right, I'm going to press play. Who's ready? Hi.
Yeah.
Pipe.
Hi.
They don't fuck about.
Yeah.
I get Don Broco vibes from that bit. It's so cool. I've been listening to quite a bit of Don Broco recently.
Oh, Don Broco, banging. What a band.
Yeah, but mate, they just went in.
Yeah.
When I first heard this, and he's fully screaming his head off. And then when it just dropped into that, I was like, wow. Such a difference. Because they play around a lot with the cleans and things, but I didn't expect them to do that, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that progression. Like, I've spoken to Lucas a few times. I mean, I probably spoke to him like 2 years ago when they were writing some stuff as well. And he did mention how, they are getting older and they kind of wanted to move away from some of the stuff. Obviously, keep it as pacey as possible and like an aggressive.
It's certainly got pace.
Yeah, but like kind of grow up a little bit. So like lyrically, it's going to change a little bit. Obviously, I can't imagine they're going to do any merch like this anymore, which is fair enough. I still like it, and I still like even lyrically, like Never Enough and stuff, and that's basically about sleeping with a woman. Now she wants more, but in like a really sadistic way, to be honest. But I actually really love that song. I think it's one of my favourites from them. So yeah, it's fucking cool. When I heard this, I was like, yeah, that's InVisions, and you're like, you're like, whoa, where's this come from?
Changing it up a little bit, yeah.
It's so good, man. So good. I'll rewind it a little bit because I actually really like the segue to the chorus. Oh, not far enough. I like the nice touch of the gold microphone as well.
It reminds me of Bring Me the Horizon a little bit. Captain Little.
Elements. I can't wait for a big one. I can't fucking wait.
Just over a month.
So, I love how after 2 years, they've still got, like, the scream is still, like, they still do it in the same way. Still got the devil scream, still got the high screams and everything. It sounds very similar. It's a bit stronger, I think, as well. But
I think the strength's always been there. It's really hard to explain. Like, it's the InVisions that I expect. But just a bit better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
That's what I mean.
They haven't diverted away from what they were doing too much in terms of the sound. As Sean says, I think lyrically it's a little bit different, but the actual sound itself and the way that they compose stuff is very, very much the InVisions we love and have seen grow over the years. But there's just a few elements that just make it a little bit more on point, which is really hard to say because if I listen back to the previous stuff, it was really on point.
They've always been on point, yeah.
It's a little more listenable. The choruses are very catchy now, whereas they weren't catchy before, because they did have quite a lot, but they're very much just known for just full-on aggressive metalcore. Like, they're very much a aggressive metalcore band that had like some progressive metalcore and stuff because they're quite technical. But with these choruses and these extra elements, and they've always had the synth and stuff, but what they're doing with Ben's voice as well for the choruses and like putting whatever effects it is, so he's just coming up here and he's a bit robotic sounding's really nice. It's actually quite a change for them, because obviously it used to just be Ben going at it and Ben doing everything. And there's a little, like, even on this, there is kind of little breaks as well for Ben, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, it's going to be so hard for him to keep up the pace with everything they do, the amount of like lyrics and the fucking style that they're in. So,
especially if he keeps wearing that green jacket on stage.
Yeah, mate, fucking Lucas apparently wore that fucking leather jacket on stage the other day.
Oh my god!
It's his fucking beefcake jacket. I keep saying to him. There's a picture of him from one of them where he's just like beefcaking through it, just like, look at you, motherfucker, looking massive.
Oh mate, but yeah, like I do get what you mean, Leon, about some of the elements of Bring Me the Horizon. I don't think it sounds like Bring Me the Horizon, but I think it's that, again, that synthy part of it that makes it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think where Bring Me the Horizon do really, really well is like things are really catchy but unique to them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, like Sean said, and I was going to mention if Sean didn't, this chorus is fucking really catchy. I already know it. Like, and I can imagine myself singing along with it at the fucking gig. Whereas it wasn't. You need to listen to it a few times, quite a bit, to get with the choruses before. And I think that's where the change is. But yeah, man, hit play. We're only 1 minute 53 into it. Bringing the right ear here.
I'm looking forward to hearing that live, and especially like Josh's drum parts, because because he doesn't do that for the recordings, does it? But he is as good live. I'm so excited.
Asshole! I was literally going to say I need to ask them if they switched it up finally, because I was listening out. So that ambient bit, right, where it was Ben's like vocals, and just a bit synthy, and then he was drumming. That sounded so like real.
Yeah, it did.
It didn't sound programmed at all. So I wanted to ask them the question as to whether or not for that bit did you actually record that on a live kit or like an analog kit?
Yeah.
Or better, or not better still, or maybe actually have you switched to doing it properly in analog and rather than programming? And when I say properly, I don't mean properly as in doing it the other way isn't proper. You can still do it that way. It's just. It feels different.
Because Josh can play it live, and we know he can.
Yeah, he can play it live.
Problem
absolutely. It's just, it sounded like everything was live. And if that's not, that kit that you've got for your programming is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because I really struggle to hear any differences between a live kit and a programmed one. Like it was just phenomenal. I'd be really, really intrigued.
I did see Josh down there for stuff. So to be honest, they could have done this live actually this time. I know that the place they use, Inner Sound Audio, were have been building more things, and obviously they had the converted barn, didn't they? That they got a couple of years ago, just before the pandemic, I think. So they probably have all the capabilities to have everything set up ready for numerous different things going on during the day.
There were some snare strikes on there that were it had a reverb to it that just sounded so good. And sometimes with programmed kits, you just can't get it like that. And he towards the end, he was introducing some of the pre-Ghost hits as well, where it's going, how you get with Polaris and stuff like that. And again, that sounded really crisp, but also very much analog.
Yeah.
So, if not, my mind's blown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mind's blown.
The whole thing was just solid. Like we said it earlier, InVisions, everything that they do is just solid. It's always solid, and they come back with another solid one.
How many solids did you use there in that sentence? I think I'm going to count that. It's probably an 8, yeah. I think it was.
It's true, though.
Yeah, they never disappoint.
No, especially after the last album. It's a bit like what we have with Caskets at the moment. Where do you go from an album with Caskets? Well, where did InVisions go? They had Gold Blooded, and now this.
Yeah.
And Gold Blooded is probably still one of my favourite songs. I think I probably still prefer Gold Blooded, just personally. But I think this has one of the best portions of a song that they've ever created. Actually, the bit where you're talking about where it kind of dumbs down, it's just the drums and Ben singing when they've got a shit ton of effects, so he's all the way back here or whatever. I'm going to go back to that bit because that bit's fucking amazing. I can't wait to hear that live. I think that's one of the most well-written portions they've ever done. It's the most well thought out.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Where is it? There you go. Yeah.
That sounds so live, man.
Yeah, it does actually, yeah.
That's got to be real.
Yeah. I agree. This whole portion is so...
They're using his vocals as synth in this bit as well.
Yeah.
It's fucking mental.
That 45 to a minute is probably I actually say is their best. I think it's the best and most creative thing that they've written. That is fantastic. The whole way Ben doesn't come into the end, and when he does, he goes completely against what they're doing. They're all just chilling, it's relaxed, and he starts screaming straight away and brings the energy. I will fight anyone that tells me that is not the best bit they've ever written, because that is phenomenal. That's just giving me goosebumps.
I agree. Yeah, it's they're introducing synth with that background vocal, and then they're carrying it on when Ben comes in with the screaming to keep it really cold. It's just mad.
And as you say, it's his vocals as well that are part of the synth.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
That is my favourite portion that you boys have ever written. So I'm actually early still clapping because I'm actually in love with that bit. It's so fucking good. I can't even deal with it.
God, yeah.
I'm having a Leon moment. It's so good.
Killed you off, yeah.
I want you to throw yourself back in the chair.
Yeah, it's just even because of the way the lighting is as well. You could just see that live, where it's a bit darker at the time with just a little bit of blue lighting around, and then they just boom, kick it back up.
I think that they've gone for this type of video because it's nearly gig season, or it is already gig season.
Yeah,
because it really, really does make me feel like I want to go to a fucking InVisions gig.
Yeah.
Like, what a way to fucking bring a single out.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want it.
Yeah.
I can taste the sweat and the stink and the energy in my mouth.
Yeah. Key Club, we're coming.
Yeah, man. We'll be there. We're
even the
going.
synth, actually, I like that. I think you mentioned it before, Anton, on the previous album. That some of it was a little bit too harsh. I think you said like some of the frequencies, it was a bit overpowering from the music, and also, to be honest, they did overuse it. I think I can't even remember a bloody song where they didn't use it, and it was a bit overused. Whereas this feels like a nice balance.
Yeah,
it's very subtle. It's very subtle, and they've kept it. They've obviously done their homework with it because they kept it very, very in the background. But also, like I said, on the right hand side, I could hear just a slight string synth as well.
Yeah,
I was like, it's just keeping everything in tempo, and I'm just like, oh man. And then like the comes in. It's just well rounded. Just
Keep at it, boys, because we need to see you at the Royal Albert Hall at some point. So
yes,
I'm ready for that string quartet and orchestra.
100%.
Could you imagine that bit where there's a string quartet, or even if they did that thing with Amazon, like Amazon did with Architects, and you got a load of people in the orchestra just hitting fucking gongs and fucking drums and shit, and then out of nowhere Ben just flies in.
Yeah,
innit? Mental.
It's so good. And even actually, like from the chorus perspective as well, and how simple it is lyrically. Like you say, it's quite easy to learn. Like straight away, you can learn the chorus, and like you're preaching to the choir, and there's no smoke without fire and stuff like that. Really nice bits that you can just sing along to live, and I think that's where they're kind of growing as well. I don't think it has
quotes that are memorable because everybody knows those statements, right?
Yeah,
everybody knows like you're preaching to the choir. I use it.
Yeah.
I use no smoke without fire. So the things that people are instantly recognizable. So you just you can remember it.
You can listen to it once and then go, well, if I heard this live after the first chorus, I could probably at least sing along to it.
Yeah.
Like, not that their other songs didn't have that, but they were definitely a lot more. There was a lot to it lyrically, and there still is now looking at the lyrics. But yeah, I think it's nice. A lot of it looks a little bit more simplified, and I think that'll help them in the long run. So.
Yeah. I mean, people going in their first time or second time of hearing them and wanting to fit in with the rest of the crowd that know their songs well, they can just jump straight in it.
Yeah.
You know, being able to sing along with the band at a gig is one of the best things ever.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good feeling. So being able to do that, I think, like you say, it makes it much more. I can't think of the word. Nicer for the new listeners.
Yeah,
there we go. I couldn't think of the words. Nice is the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mind blown. Really good.
Absolutely
really good.
In love.
Thank you, boys. You motherfuckers.
I'm going to go to there. They can play us out from there.
Yeah.
As you say, down below. Check everything out.
Get the merch.
Go check out the merch, the vinyls.
Yeah.
This bit is so good. So good. That has to be live. That sounds too live.
If it's not, like, fuck off.
Right, goodbye everyone.
Ciao.
In a bit.